And mind you, the fact that the devs included a music player in the game itself, shows how much they respect the importance of music. And this is a music channel, for those of you that don't know. And so we have to talk about how meaningful the experience is because of the music. And musically, I felt that this game overall, with my 50 hours with it, I felt the music was pretty sparse, actually. But what I found interesting was the use of, again, traditional Chinese instrumentation, guzheng, pipa, all the other instruments that I can't even think of right now, right? And Chinese lyrics. And listening to Chinese lyrics, I have plenty of friends. There's a program called I Sing Beijing where people go and they sing in Chinese. I mean, my friend has been in a Chinese opera. I was friends with a really talented Chinese opera singer named Yi Li, and dude was a terrific singer. And it was always a pleasure to hear him and other folks speak Chinese to each other. Chinese is weirdly, you wouldn't think it, but it's a very easy language to sing in. There's a lot of vowels. Now there's a lot of consonants and other, pitch inflection and stuff, which is challenging, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Now there's a couple tracks in here that I really wanted to highlight. So the first thing I want to do is listen to Where Lies the Path Ahead, which was the other alternate ending that I didn't hear. So let me play that. Almost starts like the Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven. Child voice, wow. That's so beautiful. This is so somber and so sad, and the reason why it's so sad is because this song, I feel, represents innocence lost, right? Using a child singer, and now we're talking like child, like this is probably 5 to 6 to 7, maybe 9 years old max, right? And that sound quality is so innocent and so pure, right? Do you hear how the sound quality in that is so like naturally, like there's no flaws in that sound. It's not affected. There's no operatic vibrato. There's no real like pitch, like emphasis even. It's just raw. And in that rawness is what makes it human, right? You see how like sometimes when we listen to music, if it's too affected, we actually end up not connecting to it as much as if it was like this raw quality to it, right? Wow, interesting. That like hurts the soul. That is so profoundly deep with that low percussion. But and also, to have this young child start this, and the lyrics are, in the distant land we've journeyed far, with lights we knew of dawning and dusk, harsh trails we walked turn to paths now, another peril won't stop us, it won't stop us. And then we switch to an adult. Seasons have approached and passed, we've come through unbent through hard, where lies the path ahead, is it right under your feet? Where lies the path ahead, it is right under your feet. And that's like the mature, wise sound. This is a baritone, bass baritone. So there's a sageliness in that sound. There's a sense of knowledge, a sense of a spiritual advisor guiding that sound. It's very different from the beginning, which is like, with the lights we knew of dawning and dusk, harsh trails we walked turn to path now. Another peril won't stop us, it won't stop us, right? That's like a little bit confident, a little bit of feeling like, all right, we can do this. And then here we are, we have the sagely sound, where lies the path ahead? It is right under your feet. Do you hear how that would sound differently if that was with a different voice? But because it's with a sagely bass baritone sound, a bit older, probably in the 60s, late 50s-ish, right? That sound quality is much, much more like aged and knowledgeable and present and aware, right? That's a huge difference. A bit tired even. He's 83. Wow. That's so beautiful, though. Like, imagine you're 83 years old and you're saying lyrics like this. In the distant land we've journeyed far, grand lands and lakes witnessed our scars. Lightning and rains only strengthened our art. We've kept our word from the start, Imagine being that old and singing that, and what that would mean. I mean, I get choked up singing it at 37 hearing these lyrics. So imagine in their 80s. We're lucky we even get to live to be that old. My dad died at 67. Like, this is the power of music, you all. This is the power of music. I can say that to you, but it doesn't feel the same. I mean, the way that the lyrics go, the way that the melody goes, that's so haunting to me. And then they come together. Oh, beginning and end, kind of, you know? But do you hear how beautiful that it da da ya da da da? Do you hear how that melody is so gentle? Ja da 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 da. That's lovely. Where lies the path ahead? And then this is much more proclaimed. House, yow, it is right under your feet. Much more pronounced and much more direct. They stop singing with emphasis with that horn section, and then we have this. Just sustained strings. We like fade away, right? God! Oh, that's so good. That's so stunning, you guys. Like, but this is what I'm talking about. This is like an honest human story. This is all of us. Where lies the path ahead? It is right under your feet. All we've got is this. I didn't know I was going to become a YouTuber and be able to talk about music to, thousands of people a day. I was going to be an opera singer. What was I doing when I was an opera singer? I was trying to be an opera singer. You can do so many things in this life. That's so powerful. But I want to see another game that includes stuff like this. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. We'll get there. Let's listen to It Will Fit Me Just As Well. Super rhythmic and percussive here. Sick. I mean, using chant like this in a game, I've never heard it before. It's crazy. As it swells and increases in volume. Shum-ba-bum, right? It's a ba-ba-bum. And then we kind of reset with just the rhythmic elements. Bum, bum. It's such a unique soundscape. And the chant is essentially a call and response, like a shadow element in the soprano female voices with that strong dominant chant sound. And this is from the Amitabha Sutra, an actual Buddhist chant. But it's the sha-ba ba sha sha. I mean, it's so visceral, isn't it? Fantastic stuff. So now we have more long singing, chanting in the background. And it's all like in dissonance, you know? So strong. And that's cool because it's big, heavy beat, and then the chant. Bam, bam. I mean, that's such like an intense thing that we don't really hear. We don't really hear that in modern times, really. Here too, we're mixing piano with traditional instruments. I think the guzheng is in there. It's stunning. It's such a beautiful, romantic, almost... almost like it's a ballad, essentially. So beautiful. It's so tender. The way they're singing is so exposed. Right, it's very peaceful. Wait. So he says running as the flow, and you hear how it goes like a flowing river? Little things like that. That's called word painting. It's very powerful. That's so beautiful. It's not often that we have the male actually go up. Usually, at least in classical Western writing, the female actually is the one that goes up into the upper register. Weirdly, it happens another time in The Prayer by Andrea Bocelli. You ever heard The Prayer? Well, it actually appears in The Prayer at the very end. But so that's so touching because when the man goes up like that, there's a lot more emotionality in a way, based on my sort of understanding of the way that songs are written. It's less of a dominance thing with a man, especially when the man goes up. It's a little bit more of a tender approach, which I think is quite nice. Now they're just talking, right? Gorgeous, sort of like almost jazzy piano, but just very elegant string writing as well, of course, as you can hear. Sort of supporting these singers here. I love that. Ooh, yeah. Oh, gorgeous upper register strings. Beautiful swell. We go from real pared down piano into this, right? I love this conversation. Wow, look at this lyric. How can there be a future looking at the wrong hope? My God, that's so sad. Let's go back. Let's listen to how she sings that. Oh, we can't. So actually what's really cool is that they're singing the exact same melody, but the lyrics have changed. It's a very strophic song, where strophic means the music changes, the music stays the same, but the lyrics change. And this is similar, but it's amazing how we don't change the melody, but the lyrics change the meaning. So you can have the exact same melodic structure, but the words are different. And so there's a more emphasis. Again, it's a nice little, this is very, 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 very rooted in a Western style song. Think like German lieder, French chanson, Italian canzone, things like that. Beautiful the way he goes up. And we're left with the conversation. That's how we end this piece. What is this? This is called rubato. Right? No. Notice they don't go, no. That would be resolving. And that's amazing, because in this story, things don't go the right way. So instead of going, no, they go, no. no. Oh, well, whatever the note is, I resolved it. But you know what I mean? Like there's a little bit of like, well, shoot, right? It just happens. Nothing doesn't end. They don't resolve. It doesn't come together. And so again, not to make this video overly long, but what I have to say is it's incredible to me that this game is just such a work of art. We just listened to several tracks that make it feel like it's a work of art, and playing through it is a worthwhile experience because you get to unravel not just a game, but what it means to be alive in a way, what it means to see something differently with a different pair of eyes. And I know that this entire thing has sounded like a diatribe into, pontificating about religion and life and death and all that other stuff. But like, that's art. Art is supposed to challenge us to think those ways. And that's why this game is so good. Not just because the gameplay's good, because the gameplay's fine. It's good. It's decent. It's things you've seen before. But what you haven't seen, or I haven't seen in quite a while, is a real deep game that makes you think about life and about embracing and understanding other cultures. A bridge to walk so you can go to the other side and experience something new.